What's up, everybody? Tony Pizza Guy here. Sit back and relax. This is going to be a long video. I went through WrestleMania 1 through 29 to figure out what matches would be in the WrestleMania 30 years of WrestleMania mode, I should say. And let's get right into it. I eliminated some of the matches that wouldn't be in it, and I picked ones that are most likely to be in the game. If they're going to have at least one match from every WrestleMania, this is how it's going to go, and this might give us some info on who's going to be in the game. Now, the first WrestleMania, we had Hulk Hogan and Mr. T versus Roddy Piper and Paul Orndorff. We know that Hogan and we know that Piper are going to be in the game because Piper has a t-shirt in the crowd, so there's no reason he wouldn't be in the game. And then we just need to know, is Paul Orndorff going to make it in the game, and is Mr. T going to make it in the game? A lot of people are thinking that Mr. T is going to be in the game. They're going to do a huge video package with Mr. T promoting the game. I think that would be cool, but this was the big match of WrestleMania 1. If they're going to go from WrestleMania 1 all the way to 30, they're talking about 30 years of WrestleMania. This one has to be in there. WrestleMania 2, we saw the steel cage match for the WWF Championship with Hulk Hogan taking on King Kong Bundy. We don't know if King Kong Bundy is going to be in the game, but this was the big match. This is the one that everybody's thinking that should be for WrestleMania 2. I'm saying King Kong Bundy probably going to be in the game as well. WrestleMania 3, we have two matches. First off, we have Hulk Hogan versus Andre. That one's pretty much 100% confirmed. We have the pictures already. And then we have Ricky the Dragon Steamboat versus Randy Savage for the Intercontinental title. This is a classic match. We know that Randy Savage is going to be in the game, and we know that Steamboat has a very, very good relationship with WWE. I think he still even works for the WWE. So, Steamboat versus Randy Savage, I think that one's going to be in it. WrestleMania 4, we saw a WWF title tournament, which came down to the end of Randy Savage versus Ted DiBiase. Again, we know Savage is going to be in it, but we don't know about Ted DiBiase. But Ted DiBiase has been in previous games, and he has a good relationship with WWE again. So we're going to say this match is the one that's going to be in it. As well, WrestleMania 5, we have Hogan taking on Savage. This one's a no-brainer. They're both in the game. WrestleMania 6, we had the WWF and the Intercontinental title on the line as Hogan versus Warrior, and Warrior won that one. This one's a no-brainer as well, like we saw it in Legends of WrestleMania. Both of them are confirmed for the game, so there we go. WrestleMania 7, we saw Hogan versus Snuka. This could happen. Snuka's been in games before. Not Hogan versus Snuka. Taker versus Snuka, excuse me. The Undertaker fought Jimmy Snuka at WrestleMania 7, and he won, obviously, because he's undefeated. And we, like I said, we've seen Jimmy Snuka Superfly in games before, so this is probably going to happen. And then the WWF title match, which had Hogan versus Slaughter. We know Slaughter has a good relationship with WWE, still around. This match I could see happening. WrestleMania 8, there's three matches on here that I think could be in the game, but not sure. We saw Randy Savage versus Ric Flair for the WWF title. Ric Flair, good relationship. Randy Savage, good relationship. Randy Savage confirmed for the game. Could happen. Undertaker pinned Jake Roberts there. You know Jake Roberts is trying to get back into the Royal Rumble, so he could be in the game. He's been in previous games. And then this one, I'm not too sure about this, but I could see it happening. Hogan beat Sid Justice. We don't know if Sid Vicious is going to be in the game. We're not sure. We could speculate maybe. And we know the Warrior returned and saved Hulk Hogan. So this one, I don't know. WrestleMania 9, we have three matches that could possibly be in it. Two of which were for the WWF title. The first one is Undertaker versus Giant Gonzalez. Not sure if Giant Gonzalez is going to be in it. I don't know. That one's a tough one. Then we have Yokozuna beat Bret Hart for the WWF title. Then we have Hulk Hogan came out and he pinned Yokozuna for the title. This one, I think, really we need to get Yokozuna in the game. I don't see any reason why he wouldn't be in the game. I think he should be. He's awesome. He is a legend. It would be so much fun to play as Yokozuna again. So there's that. WrestleMania 10, Owen opened the show taking on Bret Hart. We don't know about Owen Hart because we know they did do that lawsuit thing and WWF gave him a bunch of money, or WWE gave Owen Hart's wife a bunch of money. There was that. So there was that match. And then the main event had Bret taking on Yokozuna and Roddy Piper as special guest referee. Again, we don't know Yokozuna. I think he should be in the game, but we'll have to wait and see. And the big match at WrestleMania 10 was Razor Ramon versus Shawn Michaels in the ladder match. We know that Scott Hall, Razor Ramon, has been talking about being in the game. They said that he's contacted them, and we'll see. We will see, but that's the big match. That ladder match was amazing. That's what everybody remembers from that WrestleMania. WrestleMania 11 had Shawn Michaels versus Diesel for the WWF Championship. That's a match. Probably, if they want to put Diesel's likeness in the game. I don't know why they wouldn't. And then we have Undertaker versus King Kong Bundy. Again, King Kong Bundy, another name they really need to secure just because of the legacy of WrestleMania. We know he had that match with Hogan, so he needs to be in it to have his match with The Undertaker. WrestleMania 12, there's a lot of good matches and a lot of things that I think could happen. We have the Hollywood Backlot Brawl with Roddy Piper and Goldust. I think that would be amazing if they could get that in the game. I think it would be so much fun to play that. I think Roddy Piper, we know, is going to be in the game. Goldust, I don't know why he wouldn't be in the game. I think that would be one of the matches that you really want to get in the game. Another headlining match was Stone Cold versus Savio Vega, but that probably won't be in it. I don't see them getting Savio Vega. We did have Warrior versus Hunter Hearst Helmsley, which I see that one could be in the game. Undertaker versus Diesel, again, that could be in it. And then we had that 60-minute Iron Man match with Michaels and Bret Hart. No reason that match wouldn't happen. This one, I actually think WrestleMania 12 is amazing. I think they should have the Roddy Piper Goldust match for sure, but wait and see. WrestleMania 13, we saw Bret Hart versus Stone Cold, and Ken Shamrock was special guest referee. Also, Sid Vicious, we need him to be in the game because we had the WWF title match with Undertaker versus Sid, where Undertaker won that. So, Sid, another name they really need to secure just for the WrestleMania history. Then we go on to WrestleMania 14, which had that dumpster match with Cactus Jack and Terry Funk versus the New Age Outlaws. That's a match that needs to be in the game. Undertaker versus Kane, and then Stone Cold versus Shawn Michaels with Mike Tyson. We saw that last year, but will we see it in this year's game? WrestleMania 15, we have Stone Cold versus The Rock for the WWF title. That one's pretty much 100%. I see that one going down. WrestleMania 2000, there will not be that ladder match, Edge and Christian, Dudleys and Hardys. I don't see that one making it into it. And then we have the Fatal 4-Way for the WWF title, which had Triple H, The Rock, Mick Foley, and Big Show. Pretty much confirmed that going to be in the game. All of them have good working relationships or still in the WWE now, so that's the way that I see that. WrestleMania 17, we have Undertaker versus Triple H. That one might be in the game. They like to not have that one be on the record for some reason. I don't know why. Steve Austin versus The Rock. Vince versus Shane, and then that ladder match will not be in it. That big TLC match with the Dudleys, Hardys, Edge, and Christian, that one won't be in the game. But I do think Vince and Shane street fight, Austin, Rock, and Undertaker Triple H could be in the game. WrestleMania X8. This one is a good one. This is a big one. We already know that there's going to be The Rock versus Hulk Hogan. That one's confirmed for the game. We know that Undertaker took on Ric Flair there. That's something that could happen. Like I said, Ric Flair, another name they need to secure. Stone Cold also fought Scott Hall there. Another name, they need to secure Scott Hall, Razor Ramon for the game. And Triple H beat Jericho there. I don't know if they really want to put that one in. It wasn't that great of a match. I think the main focus for this WrestleMania will be Rock Hogan. But if they could get the other ones in there as well, that would be awesome. WrestleMania 19. There's 5 matches that I think could be in this one. Again, we have Rock Austin. That one I'm pretty sure will be in the game. Hogan took on Vince, which would be awesome to see. We did have Triple H versus Booker T, which I don't know if they really want to include this, but it did happen, and it's 2 names they could get very easily. Big Show and A-Train took on The Undertaker. We know A-Train is in WWE right now as Tensai, so they could have this match be in there. It's Undertaker. And then we had Shawn Michaels and Jericho, which was a great match, so we'll have to wait and see if they put that in. But like I said, there's 5 for this one. WrestleMania 20, I don't see us having the Eddie Guerrero versus Kurt Angle match because Kurt Angle not in the WWE. I don't see them securing the license for Kurt Angle. And then the triple threat match with Triple H, Shawn Michaels, and Chris Benoit, I don't see that one being in as well. So the ones that I see, John Cena beat the Big Show for the U.S. title. I could see that one going in, and Undertaker versus Kane. WrestleMania 21, we had John Cena defeating JBL for the WWE Championship, and then The Undertaker defeated Randy Orton. WrestleMania 22, potential matches are John Cena versus Triple H for the WWE Championship, The Undertaker versus Mark Henry in a casket match, Shawn Michaels versus Vince in a no-holds-barred match, and Edge versus Mick Foley in a hardcore match. WrestleMania 23, we have 2 matches that could possibly be in there. John Cena versus Shawn Michaels, and The Undertaker versus Batista for the World Heavyweight Championship. I don't know if they're going to get Batista. There's been rumors that Batista might be in the game, but if you want to get him, it would be awesome to put him in the game, and we could do something fun with Batista as well. You know, you could do Evolution in the previous WrestleManias, but we'll wait and see. WrestleMania 24, we had The Undertaker defeating Edge for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. We had Shawn Michaels versus Ric Flair. Again, Flair's a name they haven't secured yet, but I'm pretty sure he's got a good working relationship, and he would be in the game. Again, for the WrestleMania history, they need to get these guys, and then we know that Randy Orton beat Triple H and John Cena for the WWE Championship. WrestleMania 25, Undertaker and Shawn Michaels' first match. I see that one being in it. John Cena defeated Edge in the Big Show for the title, and Triple H defeated Randy Orton for the WWE Championship. WrestleMania 26, we have Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels, and Shawn Michaels retired. That one's a big one. The Vince versus Bret Hart, no holds barred. That's a big one. And then Jericho versus Edge for the World Heavyweight Championship. Those are 3 that I could see being in there. WrestleMania 27, there was only 2 matches that I picked out of there that would be good ones. I didn't really like this WrestleMania, but we'll talk about it. The Miz versus John Cena, we know how that one went down. And then Undertaker versus Triple H, no holds barred. There you go on that one. WrestleMania 28, we had CM Punk versus Chris Jericho. The Rock versus Cena, which is Aldo confirmed. And then Triple H, Undertaker, Hell in a Cell. And then WrestleMania 29, Undertaker, CM Punk, Triple H, Brock Lesnar, and John Cena versus The Rock. There we go. That was a mouthful, but there's a couple names that I did want to get out of here that weren't confirmed, but I think could possibly be in the game. Mr. T, there's one that is good for promotional value as well. Just get him on the cover of the game, or get him on a commercial of the game, I should say, and that's something they need to do. Paul Orndorff, guy only in the one WrestleMania match, but it was the first WrestleMania match, so I think they need to secure that name. King Kong Bundy was featured in a couple WrestleMania matches that I picked out of it, so that's a name that needs to be in it. Ricky Steamboat, a shoo-in. Ted DiBiase, a shoo-in. Jimmy Snuka, I think will be in the game. Sergeant Slaughter, a shoo-in if they decide to go with that match. Ric Flair really needs to be in it. Giant Gonzalez, I don't know if they want to get him or not, but we'll wait and see. Yokozuna is a name they need to get for the game. I think it's awesome. I think he's a great talent. I think he needs to be in it. Scott Hall, Razor Ramon, there we go. And Owen Hart as well. I'd love to play as Owen Hart. I don't know if they're going to get him for the game, but we'll wait and see. Kevin Nash, a shoo-in. Get him as Diesel. It will be awesome. Roddy Piper, like I said, he's confirmed for the game. I see him being in it. They need to have the Roddy Piper Goldust backlot brawl. I think that would be an awesome thing to see. Again, Sid fought The Undertaker. Sid needs to be in the game. I see that one going down. And that's about it for people. I think that really, if they can secure Scott Hall, they can get Sid, they can get King Kong Bundy. I think we'll be good. I think we'll be good. Even Paul Orndorff, if they get him, it'll be awesome. It'll be great. And Batista, if you want to get him, it would be good to see Batista, because you could have the Evolution match at WrestleMania, and you could also have his match with The Undertaker. Anyway, guys, I want to know what your thoughts are on this. I know this was a longer video, and it may take you some time. You may have to go back and rewatch it just to listen to what I said, but I think this gives us an idea of what they should have in the game if they're going to have at least one match at each WrestleMania, because I think they could. I think they should. I think they really, really need to. I think Yokozuna is a name they need to secure. Scott Hall is a name they need to secure. And Owen Hart, King Kong Bundy. That's about the names that I see. Like I said, Ricky Steamboat is shoo-in. You have Randy Savage already confirmed. Ted DiBiase is a shoo-in as well. Ric Flair, they really need to get. Giant Gonzalez, they could pass on if they don't want to do that match with Undertaker. But we will wait and see. Hit that like button again if you enjoyed this. I put a lot of work into this. I went through every WrestleMania card, figured out which matches would and would not be in it. I've lost my voice. I'm excited. Tony Pizza Guy, frag out.